Okay. So there was a question on the Facebook group from Darcy Cox about doing an Infinite Jets blur mode. I used to own an Infinite Jets, but I sold it a couple of years ago and I don't remember it all that well. But I started messing around with some ideas and I liked what I came up with. I don't, have a real good point of reference on this one. So it may not sound at all like the Infinite Jets blur mode. But the basic idea is you have overlapping frozen granular modules. And you can shape the envelopes. I actually always forget what color corresponds to what envelope, but you should be able to see it. Okay, pink is the decay envelope, or purple. Blue is the triangle envelope, attack and decay envelope. Pink is the sustain envelope, or the square envelope. And white is the attack envelope. You can loop these. The loop button, I'm sorry, is one of these sort of counterintuitive things where looping is actually turning off the button and turning on the button will disengage the looping. There's also a sustain mode, so you can just sustain the notes indefinitely. When this is on, we're hearing notes that have already been inputted, but when it's on, the envelope time will control the attack. And I should note, when the envelopes are looping, you can get up into audio rate, which is kind of an interesting effect. Also get nice throbby sort of stuff going on. There's also a manual mode. When you press the left stomp switch, the manual mode will disable the automatic loop capture or granular capture, and you can use the stomp switch. Which is, useful for also just holding on to loops for a while. fact, I'm gonna, by the time you see this, that will be controlled by this middle stomp switch, because I just realized it'd be useful to be able to do performatively, so that you could hold a certain, you know, note set beneath you and not trigger any others. And then the other interesting aspect of this patch is you can record knob movements on this shape control. Which is again, it's been a while since or space control. It's been a while since I had an Infinite Jets. So I don't really remember what the space control sounded much like, but I used some of their description and some of my own description. So it affects delay time and feedback and the modulation on the delay and some filtering and a diffuser's gain setting. I'm not sure how close or far from the space control that was. If you want to disable it, you just record another short loop. And the Infinite Jets had a plus-minus mode. This doesn't have that because it requires twice as many granular modules. I can't create two pitches at once. But you also have control over the pitches. So if you want something other than an octave above or below or none, you can select that, which I think is a nice option. So I made this version. I also made a version with reverb in place of delay. I have the manual mode on. Again, by the time you see this, the manual mode will be determined by this middle stomp switch. It has all the same controls. Once again, you have a shape control. It controls filtering and reverb time and reverb mix. It's not as dramatic to record this as it is with the delay because you don't get the pitch artifacts. But you can record onto the space knob again. And for anyone who's curious how that's done, it involves a CV looper and a sample and hold that are all connected. It records from the space knob and then the output is sent to the space knob. So that's on this page. And again, if you want to clear automation, you just record a short loop where nothing's being adjusted. And yeah, this is the, you know, again, I don't know how close it is to the Infinite Jets, but I like it. You know, it's really, I think, a good sort of pad style freeze patch. So yeah, those are the blurry patches. And again, by the time you receive this push button will actually be a stomp switch. I'll put a pixel on to indicate whether or not it's active or not. And that's it. All right. Thank you.